Had my first experience with a Karen while we're doing tents. For those of you who don't know what the thing Karen is, just go look it up. It's someone who like yells unnecessarily and makes a big scene and is self-righteous or whatever. But the story goes, there's this one house, 97 and a half, blah, blah, blah street. So what happened was the guy who owned 97 owned lots of property, but the address was already set, 97 to 99. He sold off a lot of his property, and the driveway is really long, opens up to a big property. So they named it 97 and a half as the address. It's weird, but it's cool. Now this was a bunch of Puerto Rican people who were having, it's their first kid. So they were having a big old party because they're having their first kid. And this is a predominantly white, rich town. It's like my least favorite town to go to. Yeah, they're rich, but they're like the most annoying people to deal with. But anyways, this dude worked really hard, made a lot of money. Now he lives in a really nice house, in this neighborhood. So the people who delivered everything were in a smaller truck, a 16-foot box truck. I show up in a 26-foot box truck, 13 feet high. I see down this driveway, I'm gonna break branches. So I pull in at the end, I walk down, and there's a whole bunch of people down there, and I ask, is it okay if I back this truck up through here? Because I'm probably gonna break a few branches. And this lady goes, sure, honey. We ain't no Karens. You just drive right on back. Get as close as you can. We ain't no Karens. That stuff's for Karens. I'm like, okay, cool. This place is cool. So I go back to the truck, long trek down the driveway, and as I'm going down, this white middle-aged lady comes running up to the fence and immediately just goes the wrong way about this. She just starts yelling at me. She goes, if you crack one of my trees, we're gonna have problems, buddy. And I'm like, whoa. So I walk up to her and say, I just asked them and they said I could back down the driveway. And they said, yeah, but this is my tree hanging over. And I'm like, all right. I'll try not to hit it. And she goes, if you hit it, I'm calling the cops. So I'm backing down this driveway no matter what. If she would have came up to the fence and been like, hey, listen, I love this tree. Could you be careful with it or carry everything down the driveway? I would have been like, certainly. We got things on wheels. Some of the things we had to carry, but like, yeah, you came at me nice. But she came at me just flipping out. And the irony is the other people were like, yo, we ain't Karens. You can come all the way down. And then this lady is behaving like a Karen. So I'm backing down the driveway. I don't care. I hug the opposite side of her tree. I make it down. She's watching me the whole time. I make it down. We pick her stuff up. I walk over to her and I say, is that okay? And she goes, well, you didn't hit my tree. And I said, all right, thank you, Karen. I don't think she knows what it is. And she like waved at me. And then as we're leaving, all three of us in the truck just stare at her. And as we're going by, and then we all wave, and then we leave. The other dudes in the truck wanted me to hit the tree, but I'm like, I'm not gonna start trouble right now. If I purposely hit this tree because we're leaving, she's gonna flip out at her neighbors. It's just not gonna be a good thing. So I didn't hit the tree, I just left. But it was just ironic that they were just like, yeah, we ain't Karens. And then Karen shows up and she just hates that she has to live next to some Hispanic people who are rich. She just hates it. She probably gives them problems all the time. And they did say that they asked her if they could have a party because they were, they were conscientious and said, hey, we're gonna have a party. And she said it was okay, but she did not want them to have a party. And then when there's a big loud party next door celebrating your first kid with 50 people who are not white rich people, she was probably just in her house just being mad. And the first opportunity she got, she came out and yelled at someone, which was me. It was just ironic. But I didn't cause a problem and everything was fine. And they'll probably rent from me again. They actually helped us pick everything up. Nice people. It's just funny that they said, we ain't Karens, and then Karen showed up. Thanks for watching.